Hey guys, Old Guy Gaming here, back again with another MTG Arena video, and today we're going to be looking at the Orzhov Afterlife deck. I've saved this one for last, guys, to be quite honest with you. This one's more of a casual deck and not nearly competitive by any stretch of the imagination, in my opinion. Of all of the mechanics that came out of Guilds of Ravnica, or not Guilds of Ravnica Allegiance, the Afterlife one and the Orzhov mechanics seem to be the weakest, in my opinion. I think there's plenty of cool Orzhov cards. Don't get me wrong, and I think they belong in a lot of decks, but the Aftermath mechanic itself is kind of meh. I think there are ways to try to make it competitive, but overall I don't feel like it is the strongest of all the four guilds that came out of Allegiance. But, you know me, I like to try stuff, and I want to try some of the mechanics. So we're going to go ahead and give this one a shot and see how it does, mostly focusing specifically on the Afterlife mechanics. So we are going to start off with two Tithe Takers. It does have Afterlife 1 as a 2-1, pretty good strong card. The upside to this one, of course, is during your turn, spells on your opponent's turn cast one more to cast. So that's a 4 casting cost, or a 3 casting cost Lightning Strike, for example, or any of the other spells that they cast. Again, he has the Afterlife 1, which creates a 1-1 Flying Spirit. 3 Orzhov Enforcers. This is a great little card. Give me black Death Touchers any day of the week. And then you get to trade. You get to kill a creature, take this one out, and then create another 1-1 flyer in return. Fantastic little card. Consecrate and Consume. Consecrate's okay. You don't see a ton of the old... what am I thinking? Golgari mechanics where they're pulling stuff out of the graveyards much anymore, but if you do, you can exile a card from the graveyard and draw a card. The draw a card mechanic alone is worth it for 2 mana, but the consume is the more interesting part because you can force him to sacrifice a creature of greatest power. So you're not necessarily targeting Cartridge Tyrant when it hits the table, but it can still kill it. So that's fantastic. Final payment, similar situation where this one you can sacrifice a creature, which, considering the Afterlife mechanic, is something you want to do anyway because you really want those flying spirits in the air anyway, and you can destroy a creature for 2 mana. Great little card. Then you start getting into the multicolored creatures. The Imperious Oligarch, 2-1, Vigilance, really cool, and then of course when it dies in trades, it does give another 1-1 spirit. Pitiless Pontiff, not necessarily part of the Afterlife mechanic itself, but it is a trigger to allow you to sacrifice your own creatures, which gives it Death Touch and Indestructible. That's super awesome. Again, I can block Carnage Tyrant with this thing and still live. Glass of the Guildpact. Really surprised I'm not seeing this in a lot of loans. Considering the spirits themselves are multicolored creatures, almost every other creature in this deck is multicolored. Giving everything 1-1, great, fantastic. For 2 mana, can't beat it. Ministrant of Obligation, again, this one's an Afterlife 2, so whenever it dies, it's trading. So you're going to trade a lot of creatures and still you're getting multiple creatures. So this does get kind of swarmy really quick. She's okay. She does give the ability to start removing cards from the graveyard and gaining life. The life gain ability is cool. I do wish she had a card draw mechanic, which she does not, which is why I don't feel she's super strong. You can exile non-permanent card of mana costs 1 or less, so that's token creatures. So if you got someone that's dropping gigantic tokens, and deals damage to target player equal to the number of cards that player owns in exile, which is kind of triggered by the first ability, and you gain that much life. So I mean, she could be a mid to late game game winner for you in the end, maybe. Mortify, fantastic card. This is one of those cards that I said that easily slides into many other decks. The Orzhov colors work. Destroys creatures or enchantments. Super important in the meta right now. Kaya's Wrath, if they start getting too wide on you, you've got all your Afterlifers, you can wipe the entire board clean and then have Afterlifers left in return. Seraph of the Scales, great card. Giving it Death Touch is awesome. Giving it Vigilance is fantastic, and it's Afterlife 2. Teysa Karlov, kind of key to the deck. Wish I had more of these. I really would put 4 in this deck. I only own 2, and since I'm kind of holding off on spending wild cards until I really know what I want to get into for the competitive ranks, I've only got 2. Triggers, when creatures, I'll just read it out loud. I'm trying to read off from memory. If a creature dying causes triggered abilities or a permanent control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. So meaning your Afterlife 2 turns into Afterlife 4. Your Afterlife 1 turns into Afterlife 2. So you can see where this is going. A whole bunch of flying spirits in the air. Oh, not to mention the fact they have Vigilance and Lifelink as well. So there's some Lifelink into that as well. Ethereal Absolution. This is late game, obviously. Creatures you control get +1/+1. Creatures your opponent control gets -1/-1. That's basically a 2-power, 2-toughness swing across the board. When you take into account the fact that you're going to have 1/1 flyers in the air, they are now 2/2 flyers in the air against his -1 toughness. And you can exile a card from target opponent's graveyard. If it was a creature card, you gain a 1/1 black-white spirit card, which immediately turns into a 2/2 spirit card because of this on the board. 8 plains, 8 swamps. I do actually have dual lands for this one. 3 and 3 of the Forsaken and the Godless Shrine, and then 2 isolated chapels to fill in this one in. So overall, should be fun deck. Like I said, not super competitive, but let's play some games with it. Let's see what happens. Orzhov Afterlife. This is more like a casual Friday night when you get bumped out of Friday Night Magic. Bring this deck out. It's more fun. I mean, it could be good, but it's not. Okay, 1 creature. Really? Sure. I guess. Be a gentleman and say hello. Out Collector. Love that card. Oh, come on, really? This one does not count for that, so let's just drop that, and we'll go with the Oligarch. Mortify Branchwalker. This looks very similar to the Cynic deck that I just played earlier, which is basically just a green Explorer deck with a few blue cards to get Hydra Crisis into the deck and Hedon's Climb. Yeah, please do. I'd be more than happy to kill that. So I need it. Let's go ahead and drop that. No, I'll hold off. This does come in at instant speed, by the way. Ooh. I might have to borrow his Simic deck. I like that. Tithe Taker. So I can pull this off. I'm going to go ahead and... Auto tap has been not kind to me lately. I will sacrifice a creature. Target creature. I'll get my 2 flyers. Nope, I'm good. Pay mana to put 1/1 tokens on. This is where Hedon's Climb would fit in instead. I mean, it's 1 mana cheaper. I get that. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do that after. Let's actually get the damage in first. Might also get the free damage. Shark to Crab! Love Shark to Crab. Here we go. And suddenly, the tables have turned. You can spend the mana to put +1/+1 counter on that. Sure you can. That's fine. I'm just gonna make a new one. Now he can keep using this ability to lock down a creature, but... Nope, you can have it. Ah! The Afterlife deck won! I didn't get any of the cool mechanics into that one either. It was just raw Afterlife skills. Ooh, what do we get? That's an interesting Afterlife card. Afterlife 3, super expensive for 7 mana though. For 7 mana, I mean that's obviously a draft card. 7 mana is super expensive for a 4/4. That, for all intents and purposes, is a sack option for your Afterlife. Cross-eyed Zebra. That's a name. You win the name game today, sir. Now this is the stuff we're talking about. Opponent goes first, though. Why is it always when I get good hands, the opponent goes first? Why is that? Oh, God. Please don't be Redbird. Oh, no. Okay, Boris, I'll take that. I'm okay with that. Yes, he's got Death Touch. Interesting to see Boris colors within Dejani's Primate. I mean, I guess they have a handful of things they put in for life gain, but not a lot. No, I'm going to hold. This is the only thing keeping the Primate at bay right now. One more mana, we get Teysa Karlov off, and then this starts to get really fun. Galleon Cavalry. Wow, you never see that card. Probably a good combination with, Okay. Probably a good combination with History of Benaya, to tell you the truth. Nope, I'm good. I'm 1 mana away from doing some amazing things. Got him right before the light. That's an interesting card to add to this. Let's go Teysa. Nope. We'll probably do Seraph of the Scales next. Or if he manages to cast a big creature, I'll make him get rid of it. Card draw would be nice too, though. Nope. I already know what we're going to do. And that is why this card exists. I'm good. Hunted Witness. Almost put that in this deck, to be honest with you. For needing one drop, this is more of a mid-rangey deck, so I'm kind of okay that it's not. What I need is my Ethereal Abomination or Aberration. Drop all of his 1/1s. Mortify. Doesn't have anything really worth mortifying. I love the Orzhov music to this. It's so good. Bravo, Wizards of the Coast and the developers who are developing the game. You've done such a fine job in immersing, because it's one of the things, like, I'm used to Magic against across the table against another player. That's immersive. I'm engaging with the other player. So they found other ways to immerse you into the game, and just little tiny things like that, like playing the Orzhov music when you've got Orzhov cards into play. That's so cool. It's just really neat. Yeah, not liking the life gain you're pulling off there, buddy. But you don't have anything worth murdering yet, or mortifying. Yeah, let's pull this off. Let's throw down all the blockers. And we will go in with Seraph of the Scales. That was a weird little bug. So now he's trying to figure out if he has an opening here to come in and kill stuff. I don't think he realizes what's going to happen when he does. Conclave Tribunal. Now, which one does he take? Probably Teysa? Yep. Right call. I'll just mortify that, by the way. Ooh. Let me Teysa back. Don't you be mean. Keep my vigilance life-linking critters. Now all I need... Yeah, he's gaining life, but he's not getting through. He'd actually be helping me at this point.
Didn't see a door, so I let myself in.
What else got one can? Oh, a whole bunch. Let's take his lifelink away from him.
Get rid of these.
The Knight can go away, and the Hunted Witness can go away. Heroic Reinforcements. Cool. I don't know why you cast it. Okay. Well, if I'm going to do this, let's make sure I'm actually getting more bang for my buck here. Let's make sure we kill all the things we want to kill. And watch what you just did. Whoosh! You can have my 13th... Actually, yeah, if I just go... I'll attack and then pull her back. Yes. Yes, it is that bad. See, this is more fun. This isn't Control. This isn't Red Burn. This is two guys with some mid-tier decks having some fun.
Proud to fight by your side.
Johnny's gonna get murdered. You know that. Well, it doesn't even matter. He's dead this turn. Sure. You can act. I'm not giving you the creature.
Rest in peace. Just do it somewhere else.
55 life by the end of it. So this one, like, I take my competitive decks, I lose. I take my silly, fun, casual, enjoyable decks, and I win. Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. Maybe I should just be playing this just for fun. Just really just to enjoy the game and then have fun with it. It would have been funnier if I could have gotten out Absolution to be able to make those all 2/2s, but I think I got my point across. Yeah, and where's this been the last couple of games? No creatures, though. This kind of scares me. Kind of scares me. Let's hope for the best. Simic colors. Oh, there's a Pitiless Pontiff left. That'll work. Sure, why not? I don't care. Meant to do Godless Shrine. God, how many times I do that make us... This one... Oh, no, they both make you pay. Is this the Gates deck? Oh, boy. The Gates to Fairy deck? Oh, so much fun to play that deck. No, you can enter tap. It's only going to pop, though. Oh, boy, is this going to be a joy to play Turbo Fog. Really wish it's killed artifacts. Because they'll do stupid things like they'll toss in like the Immortal Sun so they can draw more cards. They'll shut down your Planeswalkers with it as well. And oh, by the way, there's Teferi. There's... Oh, interesting. This is the other Gates deck that isn't so oppressive. Sacrifice another creature. We're just going to mortify that. Yeah, so there are two Gates decks out there. There is the one that's grossly... It's basically Turbo Frog with Teferi plus Gates. It's gross. I mean, they just... You put Wilderness Reclamation in there, so... never mind. Maybe it is. Maybe that's just his one win condition that he put in the deck. Super interesting. Oh wait, I always do this backwards. I always screwed up because you think that you're supposed to sacrifice a creature. It goes, oh, you want to kill that creature. That's the one you're sacrificing. Oh, look, the Colossal. Oh, he's just going to put it on your top of his... still cost 8 to get out. Motorhold. Alright, so this is not the Teferi version of this deck. Which creature am I willing to sacrifice? No, you know what? That thing is so much worse. Wait, if I hit Z, I'm going to go back. I'm actually willing to take the 6 damage that he's going to give me. Yes, I can sacrifice one of my creatures and kill your thing and make it indestructible. both of them. Sure. Sure. Nope, I'll take it. Because I have the win. Unless he's got a damn fog. So I'm only going to do what's necessary. And take the win! 3 in a row for my weird Afterlife deck. Cool. See, that's the cool Gates deck as far as I'm concerned. That's the one that actually uses a lot of the cool mechanics and isn't superly oppressive. Flame of Coward, have Oodle Zone. Doesn't run Teferi, doesn't mix in with control. It uses all these little cool creatures that key off the Gates mechanic. Really nice deck. I like that. That's a lot of fun. Ooh, ton of Seraphs of the Scales were reviewed last couple of games. Only 2 mana, though. I'm going to hang on to it. See what happens. I'm probably going to regret that choice. Take your time. I meant to say hello. Did I say hello? Yeah, there we go. Oh, we both meant to say hello. Oh, goody. If nothing else, I can make him kill stuff twice. I'm really curious as to how this is going to affect a red burn deck when most of their creatures actually can't stand up to this. Firesheener Pyromancers, the Steamkin, when it comes out, this could be really funny. Nope, I'll hold off. Got her snipe. He's a problem. You don't want to pay the 5 life. Most likely he's going to firebrand the Tithe Taker. That would be my guess. Shock works. Now firebrand the spirit. Interesting choices. He's playing it more like a legitimate red burn deck. Like his whole purpose is to just hit me and not my creatures. So I think the Gutter Snipe has to go because it does more damage. Vampire Leonite. Very cool. Now, in other places I see the Spear Skewer. Very cool ability for adding into the Rakdos abilities. Nice. What's more important to me? I think I need to get that Gutter Snipe off the board. I did it backwards again. I'm so bad at this. Pay additional cost. Sacrifice creature. I'm going to target the Gutter Snipe. Nope, I'm going to hold back his blockers. This is going to get annoying real quick. I have a strong belief that he's already won this game. He is running out of cards, though. Me personally. And then secure the critics, secure the critics. Light up the stage. Okay. Lightning strike, light up the stage. Do it again. Go for it again. I need my lifelink lady. Where is she? I need Teysa. Yeah. He's probably got a lightning strike in hand, and he can tap the Neonite and actually... Surprise, surprise, did not do that. If I had a Caser right now, I'd be okay, because I could start getting life back. Come on. One spell. That's all it's going to take. Yeah, I guarantee he's got a burn spell in there to kill me. Oh, this was fun. At least this isn't your good old classic red burn. I mean, it's got a lot. I'm really surprised he's not using... I mean, he had this game won turns ago if he were using his Vampire Neonites. But who am I to complain about someone who misplays turns? Because I can't. I do it all the time. I'm so guilty of it. Alright, one more and that's going to be, that'll be that for this one. It's a fun deck. I enjoy playing it. It's just nowhere near competitive. I think there are Orzhov decks out there that are competitive, that can do well in the meta, but I don't think that they anchor themselves to the Afterlife mechanic. Interesting. A little slow. But it is a mid-range deck, so... Thought Erasure. Here's anything cool you had in your hand, and it's gone. Dimir, another color. Like, I hedged my bets last meta that Dimir was going to be a top-tier deck. I really felt like it was going to be. With things like... Disinformation Campaign and Thought Erasure, like especially against control decks, just dropping everything they have in their hand. Chromatic Lantern. Ooh, this should be interesting. Do really wish Mortify killed artifacts. I think I might go Tithe Taker just to annoy him. That's an... Never see that card. Never see that card. I gotta mortify my own creature here. Nope, I'm good. Love the artwork on this. Still at a loss as to what he's doing. No. Okay. Except mine are bigger than yours. Really cool reprint from last set. Ooh, interesting. That is definitely something that's going away. No, sir, you're not allowed to have that. Still waiting on any of my other creatures. Another mana would be awesome because it wouldn't matter then. So what other big creature you got now? I'm sure that's the theme for the deck. That's why you have all the multicolored stuff. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. Let's see how many cards it exiles when it goes out. Go ahead. Oh, only one? That's a shame. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of your big guys. Come on. Hey. So there's my Anthem effect right there. In full play. I was like, you do recognize, of course, that one of them had Afterlife, right? Well, I can do that so many times. He's in debate. Interesting choice. I'll do it for the card draw. Where's the other the Demon Lord? Take him out. I'm mostly just doing it to draw a card. Did he Cleansing Nova twice? Yep, sure did. Killed all of his Chromatic Lantern effects. He had to. How many other board wipes do you have? Revitalize, good start. Keep you in the game. Draw some cards, that's good. I wonder how much of his hand he just screwed because he killed Chromatic Lantern. No, he's going to keep drawing cards. Tithe Taker. Cool. Back down to 2. Wonder what he's got. Come on. Cleansing Nova. Whoosh. Wipe them all clean. He's gonna hate me. He's probably got a counter. Okay, so that is my Orzhov Afterlife deck. Oddly enough, performed much better than most of the other decks that I've done through Guilds of Ravnica, or through Ravnica Allegiance. I keep doing that. So that's all 4 guilds. So now I'm going to start, the next video you're going to see is going to be me going through the Rise to Mythic rank, potentially. I think I'm going to just go and burn through Bronze and Silver rank, since you really can't knock down tiers. I think I might start at Gold. It gives me the opportunity to play some of those games offline, so that you're not sitting down and watching me play boring games against in the Bronze and Silver leagues, and just kind of start off right at the Gold deck. And then I'm going to be doing best of 3s, so that should be even more interesting. So if you like the video, by all means, hit like, subscribe. Really does help support the channel. If there are ways that you feel that you can make the Afterlife mechanic work in a competitive deck, let me know, because I'd love to know. It's one of my favorite color combinations, and I'd really like to see it work well competitively. So also there is a Patreon if you are so inclined. That is patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga. Until next time, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one, and we will see you in the arena. This video was brought to you in no small part by our patrons. If you would like to help out the channel, go to www.patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga, and thank you for your support.